Good morning, everybody. I've called this session Kindling the Radiance Within. So traditionally, yogis would place the image of the sun either in the heart center or at the eyebrow center, in between the eyebrows on the forehead. So if you'd like to choose where you'd like to place the image of the sun, and just to dwell for a few minutes on the qualities of the sun that are beneficial to us on Earth. Radiance, light, heat, energy for life. So we're going to start by inhaling and taking the arms over the head. Then you can look up at the hands if you wish. Turning the palms and bringing the arms down by the sides, bending the knees as you exhale. And going between those two positions. And as you inhale and come up, you can have a little back bend as you look up. And tilt forward a little bit as you come forward, flattening the lumbar spine. So we're taking the spine in each direction. Inhale, long deep inhales. And long, slow exhalations, using the Ujjayi breath, if you're familiar with this technique. And as we work with this pose, we can imagine the radiance of the sun all around us, nurturing us and giving us energy. And come a little bit deeper as we work. Bending the knees a little bit more, stretching up a little bit more, and matching the speed of your movements to the length of your breath. Slowing it down, and we'll make this one the last one. And coming back to Samastiti, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck, relaxing the arms and the hands and the face. So the next pose is going to be an inhale, taking the arms out to the sides this time, spreading the fingers wide, and just take the arms back a little bit as you stretch across the chest and look up. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms forward, bend the knees, and just cross the arms over the chest. And imagine that we're gathering up all that radiance and drawing it inwards, bringing it into the heart center. And we can cross the arms alternately different ways. One time we have the left arm in front and then the right arm in front. And start working on the exhale. As we exhale, we draw up the pelvic floor muscles towards the navel. Little closure of the glottis. You can just hear that slight snoring sound as you exhale and inhale. And we'll just do one more. And come back to Samastiti. Let the breath settle. So the next one, we're going to start with the hands resting lightly on the top of the head with the fingers interlinked and the palms facing the ceiling. So that's your starting position. So as we inhale, we press the palms towards the ceiling and just raise the heels a little bit away from the floor. Exhale, lower the heels, but keep the arms where they are, pressing away. And then inhale, raise the heels again. And as you exhale, you can relax the elbows, bring them down to the the hands down to the top of the head and bring the heels to the floor. So that's one repetition. Inhale, stretching the arms away. Stay here. Exhale, drop the heels. Feel the stretch down the body. Inhale, raise the heels again. And exhaling, relaxing the arms. Now, if you've got a shoulder injury, or this is a little bit too strong for your shoulders, you can keep the arms in this position, with the bent elbows. So inhaling, coming up, pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, dropping the heels down. Inhale, coming back up again. And exhaling, lowering the arms and lowering the heels. So we'll just do 2 more of these in your own time, matching the movement to the breath, your breath. Everybody's breath is different. And lowering down. And when you've completed, just lowering the arms down by the sides. If you need to ease out the shoulders, you can just take the shoulders round in circles, whatever feels good. Opposite direction. Okay. So we're going to do a lateral bend for the next one. We're going to start in the same position. So you can interlock the fingers maybe the different way this time, because we tend to always do it the same way. You can do it the way that you're not used to doing. And turn the palms up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, press the palms towards the ceiling, straightening the elbows. And exhale, we're going to lean to the left. And as you inhale, come to center. Exhale, going to the right hand side. Inhale to center. And exhale, you can just relax the elbows so the hands come onto the top of the head. So if you wish, you can add the raising of the heels to this as well. It does add an extra little bit of a challenge. You can try it. So inhaling, straightening the elbows, pushing the hands away and raising the heels. Keep the heels raised as you exhale to the left. Inhale to center, keeping the heels raised. Exhale to the right. Oops, inhale to center. Exhale, lower the arms and lower the heels down. So what I quite like to do is to alternate with using the heels and not using the heels. So this next time we can keep the heels on the floor if you wish, or you can work with raised heels. Inhale, stretching away, and exhaling to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. You really appreciate having the heels on the floor. Lifted them. So if you want to try raising the heels again, coming up. Exhaling sideways. If you're wobbling, that's fine. And coming down. So this next time we'll go to each side and we'll stay there for several breaths. So again, if this is a bit strong on your arms, your shoulders, you can keep the elbows bent like this, or you can maybe just take the fingers so they're just behind your ears, or you can even bring them down to the hips. So you choose your position. We'll keep the heels on the floor this time. So inhale, stretch up, and exhaling, coming to the left. And we'll stay in this position, breathing easily. And if you want to add a little extra, take the left leg and place it across the right leg. It just adds a little bit extra challenge. Just notice the difference that that makes to the position. A little bit of a balance as well. A couple more breaths. And inhale to the center, uncross the legs. You can take the arms down, maybe just ease out the shoulders. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. So we inhale, stretch the arms away, and exhale to the right. And then if you want to add that extra, take the right leg and cross it over the left. Just notice the difference that makes, where you can feel it in the body. And inhale, come back to the center. And cross the legs. Lower the arms. And again, if you just need to ease the shoulders out, you can take them around in big circles. You can take them alternately, one and then the other, and in the opposite direction. And shake out the wrists. So we're going to do a twist. We're going to have the feet still underneath the hips, knees soft. And on an inhale, take the arms out to each side. Have the palms facing forward to start with. And then exhaling, we're simply going to twist, looking at the hand that comes behind. Inhale, come to the center. And exhaling to the other direction. So we're going to keep going from side to side, and we can vary the position of the hands. If you want to add this extra one in, we can point the fingers towards the ceiling, press the wrists away, and exhale to the side. Forward. Other side, remembering to keep the knees soft. And then if you want to add in this extra wrist movement, we can point the fingers so they're pointing behind us. Exhale. If your arms are beginning to ache, that's quite normal. And we'll just do one more, it's quite strong on the arms this. We'll point the fingers forwards. Exhale, move to the left. And to the right. Into the center, and oh, that's a relief, taking the arms down. And again, easing out the shoulders. And shaking the wrists. So just a little one for the neck. Relaxing the arms by your sides, looking straight forwards. And then as you exhale, we're simply going to drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. And relax the head here. If you want to add a little extra, we can take the left hand and just placing it very gently on top of the head, not actually pulling the head down, but that extra little bit of weight might just help just to feel a bit more stretch down the right side of the neck here. And if you want to, you can rotate the head so that you look down towards the floor and just hold it here for a few breaths too. And then on an inhale, we release the hand, bring the head to center. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. And stay here. Relaxing that left shoulder down away from the left ear. And if you want to add that little extra, just placing the hand on top of the head. Very, very gentle pressure. Just the weight of the hand really, rather than any actual pulling down. And then you can rotate the head, look down towards the floor. And as you inhale, come back to center with the head, releasing the hand. And just noticing how the shoulders feel, how the neck feels. So we're going to do a forward bend. If it's not appropriate for you to come all the way down to the floor, i.e. if you have heart issues, glaucoma, osteoporosis or back issues, just stay at the halfway position. And you can also use a chair just to place the hands on for support if you need it. So I'll turn to the side. We're going to inhale, taking the arms above the head. And as you exhale, soften the knees and bring the hands to the lower back. And just come halfway, so the torso is parallel to the floor, drawing in the chin. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, allow the hands to run down the legs. Bring down as far as you want to. Releasing the head, letting it relax completely. And before you come up, soften the knees. Inhale, take the arms out by the sides, keeping the back straight as you come all the way up. Arms above the head. And relax the arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms above the head. And softening the knees, exhale, coming to halfway, drawing in the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale here. As you exhale, running the hands down the legs. Just coming as far as comfortable. Soften the knees, inhale, arms out by the sides, keeping the back straight as you come all the way up. And relaxing the arms down by the sides. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhaling, half forward bend. Inhale. And exhaling, coming down further. Soften the knees, coming up. Exhaling down. Now, if this is quite familiar to you, using the breath and the movement, and you want to try a slightly different breathing pattern, this is another version that we can do, but only if you're comfortable with using your breath. So we're going to inhale, arms above the head. And exhale to halfway, same as before. Inhale here. And then exhale fully, using the pelvic floor muscles, drawing them up to the pelvis, to the navel. Then hold the breath out. And as you hold the breath out, come down to the floor. When you reach the floor, extra little bit of exhale. Might surprise you that there's a little bit of extra breath there to be expelled. And coming up on the inhale and lowering the arms down. So I'll talk you through that one more time if that's what you want to try, otherwise stick to the other version. Inhale, arms above the head. And exhaling halfway. A full inhale. And a full exhale. Hold the breath out and come all the way down. And then find that extra little bit of exhalation. Inhale, come all the way up. And lower the arms down. So we'll just do one more of those, and you choose which one you wish to do. So you can do it in your own time. I won't talk you through it this time. So if you've completed, just standing in Samasthiti. And then we're going to move into Parshva-Uttanasana. So we start by standing near the top of the mat. We're going to take a step back with the right leg. So you'll find that your pelvis is still straight on to the front of the mat. Back leg might be pointing out slightly, just to do that for comfort, really, however much you find comfortable for your body. And we're going to tuck the, let's think, the left arm behind the back, and we're going to use the right arm. So remembering that all through this to keep a slight micro bend in both knees. And we're going to inhale and raise the right arm above the head. And exhaling, we're going to come forward. You can come forward to the top of a chair, to the seat of a chair, or to a block, or all the way to the floor. I'll just show you what that looks like. Exhale, bending forward, bringing the hand to whatever prop you prefer. And as you inhale, the arm leads the way up. Exhale, lower that arm. Relax that shoulder completely. Inhale, raising the arm. Taking it back behind the ear if you can. And exhale, coming forward. And inhaling, coming up. Exhale, relax the arm down. So moving with your breath, synchronizing the movement so that you start the movement just after you start the breath, and you complete the movement just before you complete the breath. And a little pause in between the inhale and the exhale. So we'll do one more. And when we come down into the position this time, we'll stay there. So keeping your hand either on the floor or on the block or on the chair. As you inhale, you're simply going to lift the spine away from your leg, looking forwards, and exhaling, relaxing back down. Remember not to lock either of your knees. And just moving between those two positions with the breath. So we'll do about 4 or 5 repetitions. And the last time we'll stay in that Parshva-Uttanasana position.
Relax the head and the shoulders here, and you can bring the other hand down, the left hand down, so you've got each hand either side of your foot. So before we come up, we're going to put a tiny bend in the front knee, hands onto the hips, keeping the back straight. Inhale, come up, and step forward. Back into Samasthiti position. 2 or 3 resting breaths. And then we're going to step back with the left leg. Just adjust your position so that you're comfortable. The hips are pointing forwards. So feel stable in the position. If you feel at all wobbly, you can widen the feet from left to right slightly. That makes you a bit more stable. Right hand behind. Inhale, raising the left arm. And exhaling, coming all the way down to your prop or to the floor. And inhaling, coming up, feeling as if the arm is moving up first and leading the way. Inhale, raising the arm. And exhale, coming forward. And as you lower the arm by your side, just allowing that shoulder to relax, soften. So number 3. So it's the length of the breath that dictates the speed at which you move. If you've got quite short breath, the movements will be a little bit faster, and that's fine. So on this last one, we're going to stay in the position. And we can release the right hand down to the floor as well. And as you inhale, take the spine forwards and away from the leg. Exhale, relax it down. 4 or 5 repetitions, keeping the knees soft. And when we've done those, we just stay, rest in the position, relaxing the shoulders and the head. So to prepare to come out, slight bend in the knee, hands to the hips, inhaling, raising the spine up, and stepping the back leg forward. Coming back to Samasthiti. So we're going to come back to a twist, another standing twist, slightly different to the one that we did earlier. We're going to take the feet out wide, having the feet parallel, toes pointing forwards, to about a leg distance apart. And this time,
Instead of allowing the hips to move as you twist, just imagine you've got someone standing behind you and they've got their hands firmly on your hips, so your hips are not going to move. So you're not going to get so much movement into it. It'll be quite a bit more difficult to twist round, but the movement will be transferring up the spine to the area behind in between the shoulder blades, rather than all this lower area here. And as we move through the asana, we're going to start with the twist and we're going to gradually come a bit lower and lower until we come into reverse triangle pose. So taking care not to lock your knees. We're going to inhale, taking the arms out to the sides. And then as you exhale, keeping the pelvis fixed, twisting round, you can bring bring the right hand to the left shoulder, look behind you at the left hand. Inhale to the center. Press both arms back. Exhale, twisting to the right. I'm feeling the difference in that twist. Trying to isolate the different parts of the body. So we'll start to come a bit lower now. So as we come to the left, we'll put a little bit of a bend into the left knee, bring the right forearm down to the left thigh and take the left arm behind the back. So you're looking behind you, inhaling, coming back to the center. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Little bend in the right knee, left forearm to the right thigh, right arm comes behind. So moving nice and slow, deliberately. Little pause at the end of your exhalation. Maybe a 2-second pause as you come to the end of the exhale. So hold the position, hold the breath, and then inhaling back to the center. We'll start to bring the arm lower if you want to, or this might be as far as you want to go. If you want to go a little bit further, we can start bringing the hand maybe to below the knee. And then maybe to the mid calf or the mid shin. At any time that you feel you've reached the limit of your capability, and that's as far as you want to go, that's fine. Just stay with that. If you want to bring the hand all the way down to the floor, you can bring it to the outside of the foot, point the fingers behind, and we can start to straighten out the other arm, so the other arm points up to the ceiling. If that's comfortable for you. And then start, as you come up, drawing a big arc with the arm. And then as you go down, drawing an arc with the other arm. And all the way down to the floor, if that's as far as you want to go. You can start to straighten the legs if that's comfortable for you too. And then on the next repetition, we'll stay in that position, whichever position you've come to. We'll stay there.
You might find that a block is useful. And then to come up, soften the knee. Inhale, bring the arm up in that nice big arc to the center. Soften the other knee, we'll come down to the other side. To come up, soften the knee. Inhale, big arm, arc of the arm. And exhale, relaxing the arms down. Stepping the feet together. Allowing the breath to come back. So we're going to do one more standing asana to open the chest and to work on the inhale. And we're going to introduce a little pause after your inhale as well. So starting at the top of the mat and stepping back with the right leg. So we're in the same position that we were in before. Pelvis is pointing straight forwards. As we inhale, we're going to bend this front knee, but just take care that it doesn't overshoot the ankle. As you look down, you should be able to see your toes so that the knee isn't falling inwards. So we're keeping it out and making sure it doesn't go past the ankle. And then at the same time, we're going to take the arms out to the sides. So when you get ready to take an inhalation, bending the front knee, taking the arms out, pressing them back and opening across the chest. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms forward so the palms come together, drop the chin down and round the shoulders. As you inhale, you can take the arms above the head, looking forwards, pressing back into the back heel, and then see if you can hold the breath. 1, 2, exhale, release the arms, straighten the leg. So there's different arm positions you can use here. You can interlace the fingers and press them towards the ceiling. Or if you want a softer version, just keep the arms a little bit apart and keep the elbows bent so that they're softer like so. So inhaling, bending the front knee, taking the arms out to the sides. Exhale, bring the palms together, round the upper back, look down. Inhale, looking forwards, taking the arms above the head, whatever arm position you prefer. Hold. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms to the side, bend the front knee. Exhale, palms together, look down, rounding. Inhale, bringing the arms above the head. If you want to look up, you can. I find that's a little bit difficult to balance. Hold. And release down. And just do 2 more in your own time. Keeping the weight back on the back heel for stability. And if this hold after the inhale is a bridge too far, just stick with moving in time with your breath. I can't remember how many we've done, we'll just do 1 more. So then we turn to do the other leg. Simply turn around if you prefer. Adjusting your position. You might find that your balance is a little bit different on this side. You might need to find that your feet go a little bit wider. That's what I find, but obviously everybody's different. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side.
Exhale, palms together, rounding the shoulders. And inhaling, arms above the head, whichever hand position you prefer. Hold and release. So keeping count, doing 5 in total. And when you've done your 5, turning the feet together, back to Samasthiti. Allow the body to relax. So we'll just do what's called a pratikriya. It's a counter pose. Let's come back to a symmetrical position after that asymmetrical pose. Feet underneath the hips. Inhale, take the arms above the head. We're going to keep it very soft and gentle. Exhale, bending the knees, either coming down into a very soft and gentle forward bend or a soft squat. Inhale, coming back up. You can use the back of a chair if you don't want to come all the way down to the floor. This is simply to bring us back to symmetry. And we'll make this one the last one. And lowering the arms. So we're going to come down to the floor, lying on the back. You can start with the knees bent and just placing the hands, one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the chest. And we're just going to notice the breath. So if you're using Ujjayi breath, start to count the length of your breath. And trying to have an equal inhale to equal exhale. So you might have a count of 4. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 4. Or you might find that your breath is a count of 6. It's working for an even, consistent, smooth breath. So we're going to introduce a hold after the exhale. And we're going to hold for half the length of your exhalation. So if you've got an exhale of 6, we'll hold for 3. So it will be inhale 6, exhale 6, and hold for 3. If you've got a breath of
8, then it'd be a hold of 4. Let's work with what's comfortable for you. And then if you're comfortable with this practice and you'd like to introduce the hold after the inhale, it's the same thing. It's a hold for half the length of your inhalation. So for example, it might be inhale for 6, hold for 3, exhale for 6, and hold for 3. So we're going to place the arms down by your sides. Make sure you haven't got anything under your head. Walk the shoulders down away from the ears and just have the feet hip distance apart. And on the inhale, we're going to press down into the feet and raise the hips up into bridge pose. And then exhale, lowering down. So we're going to repeat that. And if you want to, you can add in this breathing pattern. So for example, inhaling for 6 and raising up. Hold the breath, hold the position for 3. And exhaling for 6, coming down. And then holding the breath out for 3. If this is too much, just work with inhaling and raising the hips. And exhale, lowering down. Try and keep the buttocks relaxed as you come up. Pressing down into the feet to raise the hips rather than contracting the buttocks. And we'll make the next one the last one. And we can stay in the position. If you want to add a little extra, you can tuck the shoulders under the body, interlink the fingers. And as you stay here, with every inhale, see if you can raise up a little bit higher. Press the hands towards the feet. Squeeze the shoulders together. And we'll just take 4 or 5 breaths. And as you exhale, release the fingers, coming down and drawing the knees over with the chest. You can place the hands on top of the kneecap, but we're not going to use arm strength. They're just there just to guide the knees. And as you inhale, move the knees away from the chest. And exhale, use your abdominal muscles to bring the knees towards the chest. Apanasana, because it works on the region of the body called apana. It's the lower abdominal region. It's quite a subtle movement. I'm not using arm strength at all here. Something we're doing for time. And then placing the feet on the floor, rolling to one side, and coming up to sitting. So you can sit on a chair, or you can sit on a cushion or a block. So coming to a position that's comfortable for you to be in for a few minutes. You make sure that your pelvis is tilted forward. So if you're sitting on a cushion or block, just sit on the edge of it so the pelvis tilts forward, and that will protect your lower spine. So relaxing the hands on top of your thighs, drawing up the spine. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure you're not leaning back against the chair, so that the front of the body's free to move and the back of the body's free to move as well. So relaxing the muscles in the face, around the eyes, jaw. So we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. And we're going to use a hand mudra. If you're new to this, you can simply use the thumb and the little finger so that you can alternately close off the right nostril or the left nostril. If you're familiar already with mudra, that's these two fingers here are folded in, and the little finger just comes in front of the ring finger. So it's like this. Mugri mudra. And so when we close off one nostril, we can close off the right nostril with the thumb, and then just use the other two fingers just to half close the other nostril. So we breathe out through that nostril and vice versa. And when we're not breathing through one or the other nostril, when we're breathing through both, you can just take that hand down, rest it on the thigh. And then when you're ready to, bring it back up. So just take care that when you do bring the hand back up to use it, that you're not leaning forward, rounding the back towards the hand. That the back is nice and erect, and then bringing the hand to the nose. So I'll just explain the breathing pattern we're going to use. We're going to start by closing off the left nostril and using the thumb to half close the right nostril and breathing in through the right nostril. And then we take the hand away and we breathe out through both nostrils using your Ujjayi breath. And then we do the same, breathing in through the left nostril, not using Ujjayi, by the way, when we're closing the nostrils. So we're breathing in through the half closed left nostril, taking the hand away and breathing out Ujjayi breath through both. So I'll talk you through. So taking the hand up towards your nose, blocking off the left nostril, in through the right nostril. And out through both nostrils, Ujjayi breath. Breathing in, left nostril. Out through both nostrils. Breathing in, right nostril. And breathing out both. Breathing in, left nostril. And breathing out both. So I'll let you continue with your breath for a few more.
So when we're breathing in through one nostril, it's a half closed nostril. And we'll make this one the last one. Just making sure that you finish on the left nostril. Keeping the eyes closed. Letting the breath come back to a natural breath. And we can bring our focus back to the sun. Placing the sun either in the heart center or between the eyebrows. Just noticing the effects of the sun. It starts to bring a little bit of warmth to that place. Or light. Simply a feeling of energy. And with every inhale, that effect starts to increase, to brighten, to spread warmth. This feeling starting to expand, to fill either the head space or the heart center. And to expand out to the other parts of the body. So the whole body is radiating with energy. If you'd like to, you can start to send that energy outwards to other people, animals, the earth. And we'll finish. We'll chant the Gayatri mantra 3 times. Gayatri is the morning sun. She brings light and knowledge and clarity. So I'll chant that mantra 3 times. If you know it, you can join in. Om Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata. And we'll start to take some deeper breaths. And inhale, take the arms above the head. And exhale down. 2 more times. Thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. See you next week.